Welcome to your pick a card reading, guys. Welcome this evening. I am so excited to do this reading just because I'm about to tell you why. We are having a look at what makes you unforgettable, okay? And I actually channeled this reading in terms of like how I was gonna lay it out. So you guys can see these sort of different elements. We've got air, we've got fire, we've got water, and we've got earth. So I am sure that 99% of you guys know what your sun sign is and what element it is. So if you guys are an air sign, which is Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, I would highly suggest you to pick this card because this is air. If you guys are fire, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, I highly suggest you to pick this pile, okay? Fire element. And then we go to water. If you're Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, please pick this pile. If you are earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, choose this pile. I know that you don't have to choose that pile. You could go with whatever element you're feeling right now, tonight. But I do suggest to go with your element, just my own personal opinion. But guys, go with what feels right for you. Trust your intuition, pick by the candle or pick by your element in terms of your sun sign. Okay? This is so excited. I'm really happy to do this reading. I don't know why it's not that exciting, but I'm hyped up to see why you're unforgettable. So choose your element or choose your candle and let's get into it. Let's start with pile number one. Pile number one, if you're an air element, if you are a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, let's get your magical moments and see why you are unforgettable. Okay. All right. You guys chose the silver candle. All right, I actually really like the silver candle. It's I think it was quite fitting for an air sign. I don't know why, I just feel like that. Metal, air. So I'm gonna put your candle there and we're gonna have a look at why you're unforgettable. And it's interesting, the card that you chose says communicating. So instantly, right off the bat, you are good communicators. You use your mind. I feel like you're highly intelligent. That's what I associate with the air signs, okay, by your sun sign. You're also very good at generating unique ideas or different perspectives, okay? So I kind of feel like with the air element, if you're Aquarius, if you're Libra, if you're Gemini, there is just something that has to mentally stimulate you, okay? In order for you to really pay attention, in order for you to give a shit, like honestly, if you don't connect mentally, then it's just not gonna work for you guys, okay? And I'm also getting, like, this is interesting, before I just tap in and get all your cards, I just heard as a channel, humor. Like, you guys need entertainment. Like, you guys need rapport. You guys need to feel like you have a mate or a best friend or a buddy or a I don't know what this is, like a friend for life. Like, you guys won't meet people that you do not get along with. You do not become friends with first. Like, that is a number one must for an air sign. You have to be friends first if it comes to your love life or your relationships. You have to get along with them first. That is in your positive attribute. Negative attribute, you could literally just cut off your feelings and just, I'm not going to go there. But positively, you require a strong friendship or connection when communicating or building rapport with people, especially in your love life. So let's get into it. I'm going to put your card here, guys. Oh, well. Hopefully you can see it. Yes, you can. So let's get into it. What makes you guys unforgettable? Okay. All right. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to tap in. I'm going to get some channel messages from Spirit. Tap into your energy. And then we're going to get all your cards. We're going to get Tarot, Oracle, and Intuitive messages. So Spirit, for pile number 1, for my Geminis, for my Libras, and for my Aquarius, what makes them unforgettable? Or if you decided to intuitively choose this candle. Okay. Ooh, guys, I just channeled power. You guys need a level of like authority. And it's interesting because I'm kind of like, I already know what like air element is all about. So my brain's already going to so many different things. But you guys want to learn about new things. You need to learn. Like you need to, I don't know why I'm getting relationships coming through. I'm getting interaction between other people. There's this, like, to be honest, out of all the elements when it comes to a sun sign, air element, you guys need connections. You need connections the most because you need someone to bounce off ideas. You need someone to show you what's happening in your mind, in your brain. Like, guys, you can't be by yourself because if you're by yourself, you're going to be like going insane in your head. Trust me, I have a air moon and far out. So being around people is, I feel like it can also be your weakness, but mostly it can be one of your greatest strengths. And it could be why you're unforgettable. So the way that you relate to people, the way that you actually, oh my God, get people on your side. People are naturally, how do I say it? Is it endeared? Is that a word? People are extremely curious and interested when it comes to someone with an air element, or I'm just going to say air side because some of you guys are probably not understanding what air element is. So if you guys have an air sign, what makes you unforgettable while I'm channeling is you guys keep people interested in you. And to be honest, that can be hard to do in today's society where everyone's like, you know, on to the next thing, you know, everyone's attention span is like 15 seconds long. But for you guys, people, I don't know, they just find you quite complex, interesting, intriguing, stimulating, exciting. You have a lot of personality, especially, I don't know, I'm just channeling this right now when I'm touching your cards. Whoever's clicking on this video has a lot of personality. Like a lot. Like there is just so much going on with you guys. So people will have you in their minds for days, weeks, years. Maybe it's just something that you said really provoked a shift in the way that they see the world, the way that they see their reality, the way they see themselves, to be honest. I'm just going to start off with your oracle and then we're going to get into your tarot. You create change. Change. I'm feeling like it's rapid change. And that's what's unforgettable. What else, Spirit? For pile number 1. Spirit just keeps going back to learning. Like you guys wanting to learn. If you guys don't like learning, you will have to learn life lessons. And when I say learning, the first thing that I kind of went to was like studying something that really, really takes your interest, takes your fancy, mastering it to a level that is beyond any other element, any other sign. You guys, when you find an interest, okay, and if this hasn't happened to you yet, it just tells me that you haven't found an interest that is like, feels extremely connected to you, okay? when this happens, especially if you're an air element, you will study the hell out of it. You will go to the depths. It will become your whole life mission. So pay attention to that. I think that's something that is very unforgettable about you. Why can't I say that word? I do believe for you guys, part number one, there's, I don't know what's coming. It's coming through. I'm channeling right now. It's this air of uncertainty. And before you guys are like, what? It's actually a really good strength of yours, this uncertainty. It's almost what people really like with you. You know, if I was to have a look at another element that would depict the opposite of uncertainty, it would be an earth sign. You know, earth element is complete certainty. For you guys, uncertainty is actually a strength of yours. It's coming through, right? It's coming through right now. Unpredictability. People don't know what's going to come out of your mouth, and when something comes out of your mouth, it's like shocking in a very good way. Or it could hit a punch and it could be like, wow, that was the truth. Oh my goodness, I did not see that about me. Wow, okay, my life is forever changed. It does give me that kind of vibe. Okay, let's get one more card. I'm going to get you this card here. And then we're going to have a look at your cards. Unforgettable. Yeah, why do I feel like a lot of you are Aquarius? That's coming through. You know what I really like? I'm just going to put my own little kind of love towards you guys in terms of what makes you unforgettable. It's just this energy of no one can repeat or try to copy an air element. There's no way that that can happen. You guys are hugely, uniquely yourself and original. I don't care if you're, you know, whatever air sign you are. You're all very unique. And I think that's what makes you very unforgettable and detached at the same time. Like, air element, they don't want to get completely sucked up or consumed by emotions as if a water sign would. Water element. You guys have a little bit more kind of composure when it comes to your emotions, and that is what's unforgettable about you. Unless you have like heavy water in your chart. But air here as a sun sign is just like everyone wants to be your best friend. Everyone. I'm also sensing here that everyone kind of knows who you are, but they don't really know you. That's what's coming through here. Like air, it's about, you know, your mind. And what does your mind equal? Communication, gossip, talk. Like everyone will talk about you. But what I like about it is that you guys are easily able to protect who you truly are with a facade. It's like people can talk a load of stuff about you. People can have their opinions, their judgments. But deep down, you know exactly who you are and what you stand for. And it's like everyone can just have their judgments of you. That's fine. But you can separate, you know, who you truly are and the impression that you give off to others, which I feel like is very, I think that's very smart and clever and very unforgettable. So, air element. Let's get into your cards. Let's get your magical moments. So let's have a look. We're going to start with your oracle and then we're going to get your tarot. Can you see them? Sort of. I'm going to put them up so you can see them. Beautiful. All right, so let's have a look at the card that's turned over, because if you guys have been following me and know my style of reading, the card that turned over is the Pick Me card. It's integrity, which is beautiful, guys. So this is what makes you unforgettable. Integrity, okay? And it's interesting because, to be honest, I wouldn't entirely associate this with air element, to be honest, guys. Just my own opinion. But you have it here, which tells me that you guys are an evolved air sign. Evolved, if you chose this. You don't have to be an air sign. I'm just going to say that you're air because I'm working with different sun sign, different elements, okay? If you're not air element, you chose this power, so this message is here for you. Integrity. I love it. So what integrity means is that what you say, because you have communicating, is backed up by the actions that you portray. Amazing, right? So you're not all talk and nothing happens. It's like you have the actions to back up what you're saying. That could be extremely unforgettable. That can be like, that's like truth to a core. Let's read what it says. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. So I do kind of sense energetically, as I like kind of channel into this card, that when you make up your mind, it's final. It's final. It's very hard to change your mind. And I know that that is a lot more prominent when it comes to fixed signs. But for this reading, I don't care if you're mutable. I don't care if you're, cardinal, whatever. When you make up your mind, pile number one, it's final. Okay? There's no going back and forth, back and forth. And that is what sounds forgettable about you. You stand in your truth, and it's really hard for people to change your mind. I'm sensing here with the integrity. It's like, that is sexy as hell for other people, by the way. Because you are not betraying yourself. You're not lying to yourself. You actually have some sense of self-respect. Okay? So that is really strong, and I like how we're starting off with that. Okay? So integrity is why people find you unforgettable. They can trust you. They know what you say, what you give off, like your energy, what like everything about you is just solid. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, let's get into your other energies. Oh, we have the healer. You guys could be a healer currently, or there are some healing powers within you. I'm not surprised. Let's get all your cards. Oh my goodness. Wow, we have the metamorphosis. Like you, okay. These two cards together. We have metamorphosis, which is about transformation. It's about going through like stages of really traumatic growth in order to come out on top and transform into basically your highest potential, your highest self. So you could be doing that with people, helping others heal in terms of like growth, self-development, transforming pain. Like there's definitely something here about growth. And I want you guys to know that growth here is hard, especially if you get the metamorphosis. So, I always say if you guys are to be healers for other people, you have to be healed yourself. You have to go through this metamorphosis. And I think a lot of you have, or you are going through that. And if you relate to currently going through that, you will eventually become a healer for other people. Because I always associate this healer card, especially with the snake, as transformation. And you basically have transformation twice here. So, wow. You guys could be going through massive changes, or you already have gone through massive changes, and that is what's unforgettable about you. And then you have so much power to heal other people. Let's get more info. We have joy. Oh. Okay. Oh, lovely. I'm going to turn over a lot of your cards. We got the villain. Oh, I like this, guys. And we got the entire nature. Okay, I'm gonna turn over this card. Loyalty. You're very loyal. The Sun. Your immortal spirit, purpose, destiny is involved. To get the Sun in a reading just tells me that all the other cards are illuminated and they're given a lot more positivity, even if there are cards that have a bit more of a negative connotation. So very lucky to have the Sun in your reading. I'm going to turn over this anyway. Oh, gratitude. And that's why you have the Sun, because you're so grateful. Or you will end up being very grateful for what you have in your life, what you've achieved, what you've done, how you impact in the world. Your kindness, pile number 1. Your kindness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm getting chills. Your selflessness. Okay, let's start with the accept disappointments gracefully. All right, it's next to the healer card and it's next to the villain card. We have, you can always rewrite your story. I am going to be straight here. Pile number 1. I'm going to be very, very straight and blunt and to the point because that's probably just my air moon sign. You guys may have gone through a period where you didn't like yourself that much, or you didn't agree with what you were doing, or there was a part of yourself that was maybe run by your shadow side. And I feel like that because we have the villain in the center of your reading, okay? And I want you to know that, of course, this shadow aspect is going to come in your reading if you got transformation. Like, guys, this villain is nothing to worry about. It's just, you know, ourselves when we are at a lower self-awareness. Like, we actually don't really know why we're doing things. We're running on impulses. We're trying to impress people. We're running through, like, we're just blind, you know. It's when our ego takes control of us and we need people's approval and all that kind of stuff, and we do reckless things just because we are unaware of, you know, what the truth is. And, you know, maybe we're unaware of how our actions are impacting on people because maybe we're a little bit more self-absorbed or centered. And I'm not saying that you're like that now. This is maybe you a couple of years ago, a couple months ago, in the past. You take what resonates, okay? But what you have done is massive, and this is why you're unforgettable. Like, I swear to God, Air, I'm just going to call you Air. The amount of personal development and growth that you've done just through the cards that I'm seeing is massive, okay? Especially with the Sun. Like, it's maybe this is what you're destined to go through. It's so interesting because I kind of feel like you've got the ocean there. So you've got a bit of emotion. Like, I always associate with the ocean water signs. So you could have like water in your chart just because we have that, the ocean there. But I also associate with the ocean's emotion. So there could be something here about the villain where your shadow aspect ruled you was through your emotions, not understanding your emotions, not knowing how to express them, process them. And that is what you have learned to do, okay? And I feel like here with the accept disappointments gracefully, that is something that you've had to learn, okay? There is so much wisdom, there is so much maturity in this pile, just energetically, okay? If I feel all the cards together, there's definitely this level of like ancient wisdom. I don't know what it is. Like, you guys are old souls, or you could be star seeds, or just you've come to this earth many times, pile number 1. You guys are very spiritual, and I'll get to that in a second because we have child nature. But you guys are my pile where it's given me David Goggins, and I know that he's not a air sun. I don't think he is. I think he is a earth sun. I don't quote me on that, but it's given me David Goggins energy, and he's come through. Spirit's bringing him through, and I'm going to tell you why. So David Goggins was honestly like being tortured by his, let's say, villain self here. Okay. Yeah, he let his villain self or his shadow aspect eat away at him. But then suddenly he turned his life around, and that's what I'm feeling with all these cards. Yeah. Like I said before, guys, you cannot help other people go through massive changes such as a metamorphosis unless you've gone through it yourself, okay? And a lot of that will involve or has involved accepting disappointments gracefully. Things that have not gone your way, okay? I don't think you did that before, earlier. I don't think you accepted disappointments gracefully. I think you allowed them to eat at you and destroy you. And that was maybe a very harsh lesson that you had to learn. And this is what makes you unforgettable, because to get to that point where you can accept disappointments gracefully and still see joy in like being let down or not having things go your way, like that is far out. That involves a lot of working on yourself. So I think part number one, you've done a lot of work on yourself, okay? That could explain why you've got the healer card. You could be currently healing people. You could get to that point in your life where you're like, hey, I've created massive change in my life. Now I need to help other people. Okay, there is a lot. Look at this joy card. Let's have a look at it. Let's see what it says. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. And I think you guys are their sun. Like, what does the sun do? The sun radiates an enormous amount of light, an enormous amount of healing light, abundance, joy, strength, health, vitality. You know, that's what you do. Part number one. And that's what you've done for yourself. So let's get into the child nature. Let's read it, okay? Because this is like, I'll tell you, I relate to this card. Friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. That's how I get your messages, part number one, through nature spirits. So you could have animal spirits working with you, protecting you, encouraging you. I kind of feel like it is in terms of your healing, your massive growth, your metamorphosis that you've gone through. It's just such a beautiful kind of, like I keep looking at this integrity card and I'm like, you didn't have that once. I think you guys could have been extremely harsh on yourself. You guys could have been liars. You could have been cheating. You could have done some very impulsive and reckless behavior. It's tied with the loyalty card. So I'm going to put it frank, part number one. I don't think some of you, I'm not going to say all of you, but I think a few of you were not loyal at one point in your life. But you have rewritten your story, and it's very interesting because we've got air element, communicating, words, writing. It's all associated with the air signs. You guys are very good. You guys could end up writing books like David Goggins had. You could impact and change people's lives on like a major scale, part number one. I'm also getting Jordan Peterson, and I don't think oh wait, he is an air sign. Guys, if you don't know Jordan Peterson, go check out his stuff because I highly recommend it. His energy's coming through here too. I think he's a Gemini. He could be, yeah, he's a Gemini with, no, I just think he's definitely a Gemini. So, That is why you're unforgettable. Let's get more info. I am going to go with your intuitive messages. Let's get into, actually, no, we're gonna get your tarot. Let's get some tarot, sorry. Head of myself. Okay, for pile number 1, air sign. Why are they unforgettable? Let's get your tarot. I'm gonna get 2 different decks. It'd be interesting to see if you actually get air. Oh, you got the Magician. Beautiful. Power, action, skill. Of course you have a lot of power. Magicians can, guys, Magician is manifesting energy. You guys could be master manifestors. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Oh my god, guys. I told you I'm so excited about this reading. So excuse my hyperness. Magician. So you could also have a very particular skill. I'm kind of sensing, guys. It's unique, all right? It'll be different for all of you. You need to put it into action. If you do, you will create a massive amount of success and abundance. We also have the 9 of Pentacles, all right? Comfort, accomplishment, prosperity, stability. You will be able to financially support yourself. You will be looked after. It's almost like what you have gone through and the advice, the wisdom, the way you communicate your story here. People are going to want to be a part of that. And then that in turn looks after you in terms of money, security, comfort, stability. Okay. But you will be called to share your story, pile number 1, especially because you can always rewrite your story. So guys, if you feel like you're in this kind of dark time, it's going to shift, it's going to change, you're going to grow, and then you'll have, oh my god, so much to talk about. I'm going to get one more. And then we finish off with the King of Swords. Wow. King of Swords. So, guys, I love this. Oh, they're all falling. Page of Wands. So we've got no water. Oh yeah, we do. We have 7 of Cups. Page of Wands, 7 of Cups, King of Swords. Okay. This Page of Wands is giving me this energy of like, I'm very, very passionate about learning something. That's what's coming through with that page. I'm very, very passionate about a subject, about something that I want to know about. Let's just dive deep into it. You have the motivation, you have the passion. And then we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is a very uncomfortable energy. All right? It's an energy of like having to kind of maybe choose, having to make a decision, having to be realistic or confront some hard truths about yourself. And it's very interesting because it's kind of mostly on the integrity card. And I was telling you that, guys, in the past, all right, and a few of you guys now are realizing some hard truths about yourself, okay? And this is all part of the metamorphosis journey process, okay? You're going to be a butterfly. You're going to be beautiful. People are going to admire you, look at you, be like, wow, there's the caterpillar that turned into a butterfly. People are going to be in awe. They'll want a piece of you. They'll want to know all about how you rewrote your story, how far you've come. It does also give me the energy of like, you know when people go through like fitness transformations and it completely changes their whole life, their whole personality, them on like a cellular level. It gives me that kind of transformation, something big, massive. So this is like your wake up call with the 7 of Cups. And then we go into the King of Swords, which is like mastery. It's like, this is the butterfly. This is you in your air element. You're a king. Look at you. You're even writing your new story here. He's got a quill and he's writing a book. He's sharing the wisdom and the experiences and the knowledge that he's got from going through this journey, I also feel like it is quite spiritual as well. Because if you go through a metamorphosis, it has to affect you deeply. It has to be spiritual in some sense, because any change on the scale that I'm talking about for your reading, it has to affect you spiritually. So, my God, part number one, get ready. I mean, if this hasn't already happened to you, you could be in the middle of this, you could be at the beginning, this hasn't happened to you, this could already be the end. Take what resonates. But what I love about this is that you have gratitude. So you are very grateful for how far you've come and your journey and from where you started. You don't beat yourself up with the integrity card. It's like, you know, yes, I once was not very nice to myself. Yes, I was once not very nice to other people. I was basically a shit. But I can see how far I've come, and I can see how much I've learnt and how much I am not that person anymore. So pile number one, oh my goodness, let's get your intuitive messages. Okay, intuitive messages, what makes you unforgettable? So this could be what we've been talking about, or this could just be like general messages. Let's see for pile number one, for my air element, for my Gemini, Aquarius, or, my God, Libra. How did I forget Libra? We have forgive them, not let it go. Interesting. And it's interesting how I'm kind of putting it over here with the metamorphosis and the healer. So there could have been someone that, you know, hurt you or just did you wrong, and that could have instigated this journey here of healing, you know. Usually when we go through a metamorphosis, it starts quite ugly, doesn't it, right? It starts with triggers. It starts with embracing the darkness. But I think for you guys, like, it ties so well with the accept disappointments gracefully. Like, you forgive, you're grateful, wow. We have communication is coming in terms of Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is basically success that is made from yourself. You know, you didn't get this success handed to you. Nine of Pentacles, you created this success. So there could be some communication coming through in terms of your efforts, what you've been doing. Yeah, I definitely think it's positive, okay? Because you chose the communicating. And then you have communications coming. How ironic. We have new love right next to the communication coming. So some of you guys could be getting new love. Or I definitely feel like there's some sort of passion here, you know, that you're completely like intoxicated with. You're just like, you know, you just want to suck all the knowledge out of whatever interest this is. Oh, guys, show people the real you. This will lead to new opportunities. Okay, integrity. It's about being your true self, remember? So don't be afraid to do that. And then we have don't rush into anything. Don't rush into things. I feel like that is about don't rush this growth process, okay? I don't think a butterfly is going to rush out of a, you know, a cocoon. No. There is an actual timing for this massive transformation that you're going through, part number one. So just pace yourself, all right? And be grateful. Be grateful. Like, there's this element of gratitude that's really strongly coming through with the sun. That's like, the more grateful you are, the more abundance you're going to get into your life. The more people are going to listen to what you have to say, want to be a part of what you're doing. Like, there's this emphasis on, like, gratitude is going to bring a lot into your life with the Magician. So make sure that you maybe you guys could practice a gratitude ritual. That could definitely be something here, because I think just from looking at the card, feeling the energy, gratitude is going to bring you a lot a lot of abundance, pile number one. So pile number one, I'm going to leave your reading there. What a pleasure to tap into your energy. I hope something resonated. If it did, feel free to leave a comment. I love your feedback. If you guys liked my style of reading, my energy, and you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to do so I can see you in another reading. Okay, let's get into my fire signs, my Leo, my Sagittariuses, and my Aries. Okay, I chose you the gold candle, of course. You guys are golden. We're having a look today at what makes you so unforgettable. And if you didn't choose this card based on your fire element, you know, that's fine, but I'm going to be referring to this as my Leo, Sagittarius, and my Aries, okay? And the key word is desire. Wow. How fitting. You guys are full of passion. You guys are definitely my signs where you guys know what you want. You're very bold. You're very to the point, straightforward. And what I love about fire elements, and which could definitely make you unforgettable, is that you're not afraid to go after what you want. Okay, you're not afraid to speak whatever comes to your mind. Okay, you are definitely born to, I feel like, make an impact or to influence, to like make a mark is what I'm getting with this fire element card. Okay, it's like you are a role model. That's what I'm getting here. Like people see you stepping into the limelight unapologetically yourself, and you're a leader. Like I would say any fire sign is a leader. Okay, and we need that. We need fire. We really need fire. Definitely all the other elements. I feel like earth, water, and air all follow fire, to be honest. Okay. You guys, okay, this is really interesting. This is what makes you unforgettable. And this is just me telling your card, and we'll get your other cards. But what I am getting here is that you initiate. Like I always feel like that with fire. It's like you can initiate things that need to get done, things that need to be said, things that need to happen. It's like there's no hesitating with fire element. Like there's no hesitating. It's like, okay, this needs to happen. Let's make it happen. Like you guys actually, for a lot of you, all right, overall, all right, I know we have many different elements in our birth chart, but speaking, you know, on a bigger picture, on a bigger scale for you guys, what comes to your mind first has to be said. And it's very important for you to say it, what's on your mind, okay? Because if you don't, then that's where the torture happens for you guys, and that's where all the other elements or everyone else that is like around you that has a different element, they don't know what to do. Like we are so dependent on you guys, fire element. Like that's just coming through. I'm just channeling this. This is crazy. Because decisions get made, things happen. Like I'm getting action here, and that's very interesting because Aries is all about action, but so are the other, you know, fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius. There's just stuff gets done. Stuff gets, like, even if things don't get done or dealt with, it's put into the open for it to finally be dealt with. You know, there's no hiding stuff. There's no lying. There's no trying to, you know, disguise things. There's, you know, what you say or what you feel is what you put out there. And I think that's what's very unforgettable about you, okay? You're very real. You're very, very real. Okay, that's what I'm getting, just picking up, channeling that card. So let's get your other cards. We're going to get your Oracle, Tarot, and Intuitive cards. So let me just tap in further for pile number 2. What is unforgettable about my fire signs? Yep, of course you're going to say passion. Of course. You guys are passionate, like, you know. And what is very amazing about you guys is that I know you have to take your whole chart into consideration, but generally speaking, you guys don't hold grudges that much, you know. You may hold a grudge for like a day or two, but then you're over it. It's like, I'm bored. Why do I need to hold on to this? Like, I know if you're a fixed sign, it's a little bit different, but generally speaking, for fire, it's torturous for them to hold on to grudges. It's not healthy for you to do so, so don't, okay? Yeah. So what makes you unforgettable? Love. You guys are one of the best lovers in the zodiac. You know, I have my visa. Oh my god, I was going to say visa. Far out, Eloise. Sometimes the word that I try to say, Spirit will give me a completely different word. Anyway, what I was trying to say, pile number 2, is that I have a Venus in Aries. And that, my goodness, that has been probably one of the hardest placements that I've had to kind of deal with, because, you know, what's Venus all about? Your love life. It's your love, you know, how you love. And I've got Venus. I've got Aries, like, far out. So I kind of can relate to this fire element a lot, in terms of how I am in my relationships, how I am in love. I mean, I'm bringing it up, so some of you guys may actually have your sun sign in a fire element and your Venus in a fire element. And if you have that, my goodness, you are, oh my god. If you have that and you're listening to my reading, pay attention to these messages, because I definitely feel like this reading is for you, because I'll give you a few examples of who have a Venus in a fire sign and a sun in fire. That would be, who is that? Oh my god, don't tell me. Lady Gaga, or am I going wrong? Lady Gaga, Mariah Carey. Oh, I definitely feel like there's a few more, but I'm just like blank. But yeah, you have some powerhouses that have that like double fire. Anyway, I'm bringing it up. So regardless whether you don't have a Venus in a fire sign, you are fiery when it comes to love. You're passionate. Like, you guys give a lot of yourselves, you know, and I think that's very unforgettable about you, because you guys are straightforward. I think people get very envious of you and how you are when it comes to love. Very. I don't care what Venus sign you have. The way that you pursue a mate, or the way that you like assert yourself. And it's interesting because fire signs can be quite more masculine, you know, I will give that. So you guys could be definitely the types to take control or like control. I just put that straight out there for you guys. But let's tap into a bit more of your energy. Let's get more channels before I have a look at your cards. I'm going to start with these oracles, and then we're going to get your tarot. And by the way, I am sweating in your reading. I'm sweating. It's ironic because fire. Okay, for pile number 2, Spirit, what makes them unforgettable? Oh, okay. Do I want to say that? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. It may not relate for all of you, but it's coming through, so I like to speak what's on my mind. You guys could be the type that likes banter. You know, you guys will start a fight just because you want some... You want to see how far you're... I don't know, like, it's just getting me this test testing here, you know, and it's not in a negative sense. Like Spirit's bringing it through as like, this is something that is unforgettable about you. It's like you'll push people's buttons, or you'll kind of see how far people will, like, I can't even explain it. It's very interesting. Okay, Spirit, let me see how to explain it. You'll push buttons. You'll go push limits. It's like, okay, I want to see what this other person is made of. Yeah, it's giving me the vibe that you may say something a little bit controversial just to see how the other person reacts, right? And this is what makes you unforgettable, okay? You may think of it like, oh, that sounds negative, but Spirit's bringing it through as like, oh, okay. You're very frank and you're very, very straightforward, pile number 2. It's like, I don't think you can try to kind of like censor what comes out of your mouth or how you are or your actions, you know? You're a canvas. Like Spirit's giving me this image of like a canvas where you don't know what you're going to create. You've been given a canvas, a bunch of paints, and you are just going to let the fire and the passion within you create whatever wants to come through on this blank canvas, and it's pretty remarkable. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why that came through, but that's coming through. Some of you guys may be quite creative, or you could be artists. But there's this beautiful energy of like using the passion that you have and channeling it into a masterpiece, whether that is being an artist or whether that is being a dancer or an actress or whatever interest that you have. Okay? So let's get into the cards. Let's see what makes you unforgettable. All right, none of your cards turned upright, which is interesting. So the messages are a little bit more hidden, but that's okay. So let's turn the cards over and then we'll get your tarot. Reevaluate your priorities. Interesting. Oh, I instantly know what that's about, but we'll have a look at your... Oh, you have a bit of water here. Interesting. It says follow your dreams, moon in Pisces. Wonder. Okay, guys, you have big dreams. Big dreams. They may not be completely in fruition just because we have wonder, you know, we have this woman here. She's just kind of like fantasizing about her dreams and imagining what wants to happen in her reality. So you guys have big dreams. Big dreamers. You know, I would also kind of equate that to maybe a big vision of yours. Okay, I'll get to that other card. Let's have a look. Oh, I knew you were creative. I knew it. We were talking about, oh my God, that's such a magical moment. Because I was saying you've got a paintbrush, you've got a canvas, you've got some paints, and what the hell is that? A paintbrush with paint. And it's an explosion of paint. So far out. Creative energy. And I always feel like that with fire. You know, you could create anything from fire. Okay, definitely something to do with creating your dreams. Big dreamer. And it's interesting because we have reevaluate your priorities, which I absolutely love because you guys are getting your priorities straight. It's like, hey, I've got big dreams. I've got a big vision. I want to create something. I've got a goal. I need to get my priorities straight. Yeah. And I definitely feel like this is like larger than life. I'm feeling like this is larger than life. People love this about you. This is what unforgettable about you because it's like, you know, I'm on a mission. This is what gives me the vibe. Okay, I'm getting that vibe. You guys have a very big mission here. And it's going to be very successful. You've got success. Success is yours with the key. success is next to the dreams card. So this tells me, even if we're talking about what's unforgettable about you, is that people are going to remember you by how you were so adamant and determined to follow your dreams, no matter how big they were, no matter how, you know, what people thought about it, how many obstacles you had to go through. You created something big here. And it was because you reevaluated your priorities, you put this first, it became successful. It's interesting how your messages are very straightforward. And I was saying, fire signs, very straightforward. We also have surrender. Ooh. Surrender. We have the unknown gift. Guys, you have an unknown gift. So, interesting. It's in the center of your reading, okay? This is a very special card. Very, very special, right? It doesn't come out often, and it just tells me that you have a gift, something that is natural to you, something that you need to share to the world, something that could become known to you in the near future. Like, I do feel like this is unknown. So some of you guys don't actually know what this gift is yet. It's interesting, like some people would think, you know, I have a dream, this is what I want to do, but it doesn't actually equate to having a gift. You could have a dream, create something, and then realize that you have a gift. You don't have to know your gift before you start to create and dream. All right, I want you to know that. This unknown gift could come forward once you surrender to your dreams and what you're creating. Right? Oh, we have wings. I like this card. You never needed those wings to fly. Oh, wow. And then we have protection. Oh my God, guys, skunk. So, all right. This is giving me the vibe of like, I am not so confident. I'm working on my confidence to full blown. I'm confident. I'm in my power. And I'm just like, just doing my thing. Like I'm flying. This wings card is giving me confidence. It's giving me, you know, I'm able to do whatever it is that I want to do. It's interesting because it gives me the vibe of like when you're riding a bike and what do you do in order to just kind of warm yourself up, practice, you know, when you're not completely an expert at the skill of riding a bike, you put training wheels on to help you ease yourself into learning how to fully ride a bike. And it's giving me that vibe. It's like you've taken off those training wheels and now you're flying. You never needed the training wheels in the first place. You actually were natural at this with the unknown gift. Like, you maybe actually thought that you needed some protection or you needed some like guidance or training wheels in this instance, but then you figured out that, hey, I'm naturally gifted at this. I don't need training wheels, which is really beautiful. So, it also gives me the vibe of, you know, she's left her wings there at the tower. So this could definitely be about you flying to greater heights. It could be about you just becoming a more expert, more confident in your gift here, in your abilities. Then you have the unknown. I'm gonna get another card for you because I don't want an unknown one. So let's just pull this one out. You have the Judge. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. You have power, but you have power in the way that you are fair. You distribute the power that you have, not in an egoistic, is that a word? You use your power constructively, okay? which is very important for fire, okay? Which is important, definitely. It gives me the vibe that you guys are very good at balancing your desires because you have the desire card here. So you guys don't get too extreme in your desires. You're able to balance your fiery nature. And then you've got creativity again. I am not surprised. Fire signs are extremely creative. Extremely. And you've got creativity here. So your gift and your talent is creative. And by the way, Pisces are very creative, very imaginative. All right. There could be something where you create something completely unique, different, original. Does give me that vibe here, okay? You could be doing something that hasn't been done before. You may just be doing something that has been done, but you're putting your own unique approach, your own unique kind of style, which is definitely very fiery and creative. So creative flow, like guys, surrender to your creativity. Like there is a flow that radiates within you. We have flow in both of these cards. Do not try to control the passion and the desire within you, pile number 2, okay? Look at this. Look at you flying here. Yeah, wow. Whew. Okay, let's get your tarot. My lovely fire signs. I know your messages were quite specific, but people find you inspiring. That's why you're unforgettable. People will buy what you create. You know, people will maybe even copy you, try to copy you. Okay, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Security, stability, and saving. We have the Creator. We've got the Creator twice. Guys, oh my goodness, that's a magical moment. Like, look at here. Look at her head. It's very hard for you to see. Look at that, guys. You are an artist. You're creative. Like you have a great creative genius. It's an unknown gift. Maybe something that like shines forth a little bit later down the track, or you could be completely in this energy. Creative masters. You're gonna create something brilliant. Yeah, some of you guys don't even know this yet. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is about collaborating, working with other people, all right? Working in a team, working with others in order to get something done. You know, it could be a project, it could be a something that you're working on. So you guys could be working in a team. I think a lot of people find you very positive, attractive. People want to be around you. People want to be a part of what it is that you're all about, okay? I definitely feel like you give off this magnetic kind of energy, which makes you unforgettable. You definitely inspire other people to tap into their creativity as well. Like all the fire signs do that. There's also this like a little bit more of a dramatic effect that I'm getting, especially with all this creative energy in the Creator. You guys can be quite dramatic. But don't worry, it's very unforgettable, it's very appealing, it's very it's like inspiring. I know I keep saying that, but that's what's coming through. So my beautiful fire signs, let's get your intuitive messages. These are your messages, okay? This could be what we've been talking about or just your general messages. So let's see what comes through. So what makes pile number 2 unforgettable, Spirit? A rage. Oh goodness. Like Honestly, I feel for fire signs, you know, you could either be very expressive with your how you're feeling, you know. Interesting. Let's have a look at the other cards, because I kind of feel like I already know what that means, but I just want to get the other cards for clarification. Use this rage and channel it into something creative. That's like what I got off. And we got energy, like energy. Clairsentience is about being extra sensitive to energies. It's a spiritual gift. You could be clairsentient. That's what I am. You read energies really well. So there's something about working with energies here. It could be part of your gift. You could be very aware of energies. You could be very aware of your own energy, how you affect people. Yeah, wow. We are breaking down walls of your old self and being more open and social to those you love, reconnection with relationships. So you're breaking walls down. You're being more open, maybe being more open with your energy, more loving, focusing on relationships at the moment, connecting with other people. Great things are coming. Pile number 2. Great things are coming. Let's get one more. Career changes. Could be massive changes within your career, especially if you guys are creating something or you discover what your creative gift is. But nonetheless, like massive success is coming for you. Wow. So pile number 2, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope something resonated. I love tapping into your energy. If something resonated, feel free to leave a comment. I love your comments. If you guys like my style of reading and my energy and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do so I can see you in another reading. So let's get into my water babies. I don't know why I said water babies, but I did. So the water element. So if you guys are a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, welcome, okay, based on your sun sign. And if you didn't choose it, you just decided to choose the water element, welcome, okay? But I will be kind of referencing, you know, the water signs. So, what makes you unforgettable? All right, let me kind of have a look at the card. You guys are, like, immediately intuitive masters. Read people very, very well. And that's just based on the way that you can feel and tap into people's emotions. You guys are super, I would say you guys are extremely intelligent. And I'm going to say this in the way that you know how people feel. And when you know how people feel, that is probably such a gift, because you can kind of empathize, or you can put yourself in other people's shoes. You know what people need, even when they don't know what they need, because you're able to sense and feel their emotions, all right? Especially if they're not a water sign, okay? This gives a lot more strength to you. So you're very nurturing, okay? And you're very giving and you're very selfless, and that's what makes you unforgettable, okay? But I'm having a look at the sensing part here. And sensing just gives me this like big amount of foresight. And the foresight is like, you just know something's about to happen, or you know how a person's going to react, or you know what's going to happen, but you can't actually quantify it. It's just an inner knowing. So like it's a gut instinct is what I'm getting here with this water element card. And with you guys, it's like you need to trust your instincts. You need to trust when you have this feeling about something, because you are spot on. And that is what makes you unforgettable. Like you can really, it's kind of like a superpower. It gives me that vibe. You can really know what's going on with someone at a deeper level, what they need, and that is like People fall in love with you is what I'm hearing. I don't know. That's just coming through, pile number 3. Like, guys, people fall in love with you because you know how to love. You know what people need when it comes to love, maybe. But, like, nonetheless, you guys are able to feel things so deeply. Yeah, guys, like, I'm with you. I'm a water sign. There's just, like, it's interesting because I'm actually channeling something here. There's 2 sides to you. Why are there 2 sides to you? I'm like not wanting to talk about that, but Spirit's bringing that through, guys. You guys have 2 sides to you. It's like, it could be like that Cancer where like you have a shell and then you have like an inner kind of mushy self. So that's probably what I'm picking up when it comes to 2 parts of yourself. You guys could protect your emotions, you know. What else? Yeah. It's interesting because I'm like not getting very chatty energy, and that's very watery. Like, we kind of, and I'm going to include myself because I'm a water sign. We can read between the lines, you know. We don't really need to be like speaking all the time. We don't really need to be like trying to prove a point, you know. Silence is where we work best. And I'm not saying that you guys don't talk or anything, but it's like when people don't speak, we're able to kind of see the truth about things, you know, how people are, what their motives are, what they're really trying to say. There's this thing about reading between the lines that's coming through with this card. So if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, it's just kind of like when someone's trying to say something or explain themselves to you, you don't need to hear the whole explanation. You can kind of understand what they mean by the tone of their voice, the way they're moving their body language. Like, it's just kind of giving me, there's all these other clues and hints, and it's like, you feel that. You feel that. So what's unforgettable about you is that if someone is to lie to you, if someone is to try to kind of like hurt you, you'll pick up on it. You'll pick up on it. It's coming in the sense of like you guys are very protected. I don't know why this protectiveness is coming through. Maybe you're protecting yourself. But yeah, wow. It's giving me this like little bit of a puzzle that you guys are able to kind of solve. Solve other people's puzzles. I'm also getting you guys show different sides of people. Oh my goodness, yeah. Spirit's bringing through this really beautiful kind of dynamic of like, when people are with you, they show their most vulnerable sides of you. Of themselves, I mean. And maybe of you, because I mentioned it. You know how we are different with different types of people? Like we show a different side of ourselves, you know? Like I'm completely different when I'm with my family. Compared to as if I'm with my partner. Like I'm a completely different. Like if you were to video record me interacting with my partner and then interacting with my family, you'd be like, who the hell are you? You're 2 completely different people. That's what I mean by like you're 2 different people. Okay, that's what's coming through. It's weird how we do that. I think that's a kind of adaptability that, you know, water signs have. Like we can really kind of, I don't know, morph ourselves depending on how we're feeling. Yeah, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna say this is something that is very like why people find you so like endearing. I'm getting this endearing sense with you guys is that you can play many different roles. And usually I would associate that with the air, but no, you guys can do that. Because you guys run on moods. Depending on your mood, you'll make your decisions. That's just water, guys. We're the waves. We wave depending on our moods. We make our decisions depending on our moods. Sometimes I don't like that, but that's just the way we are. And it's actually a strength. It's what makes us unforgettable, you know? Okay, we help others connect with their own emotions as well. So you guys could do that. Let's get one other card and then we'll get your tarot. I am going to go with this beautiful card. What else, Spirit? I'm getting like this image or vision of like a birthday, and it's interesting because it's not like, wait, is there, I don't know. This could be something to do with your next birthday. Some of you guys are very good at planning birthdays. Something about a birthday is coming through. Okay, take what resonates. It's just, I just channeled that. And I know that the next water sign birthday is Pisces, believe it or not. There's something, maybe if you're a Pisces, something significant happening around your birthday. Okay, let's get into the cards, guys. Let's see what's unforgettable about you. All face down, very hidden. I'm not surprised. We have the child wounded, guys. Awakened compassion and desire to serve other wounded children opens the learning path of forgiveness. So this is maybe, you know, if you've gone through any sort of like struggles in your childhood, okay? You know, this is like your inner child being wounded, not having its needs met in some way. But what is really powerful about this card is like it doesn't destroy you as you grow and as you age and as you kind of like become an adult. You're just like a beacon of light. As we can see, the light there shining off her. She's not destroyed by her wounds. She doesn't let her wounds turn her into something toxic or evil. She's actually using her pain or her suffering to help other people, you know, who maybe are going through suffering, you know, especially emotionally here with the water element. So you guys are very good at helping people through their emotional wounds, especially those that they carry through from childhood into adulthood. So what I love about this and what's unforgettable about you is that you help people that do not look at their childhood wounds actually confront and deal with their wounds. You know, their wounds may actually surface because of your presence and your safety, you know. In order for people to kind of deal with their wounds or bring the wounds to awareness, they have to feel safe and they have to be held and they have to feel like they can trust. And what better than the water signs to do that? So totally makes sense, guys. You help heal people's wounds, definitely childhood wounds. Reflect on your truth. Wow. Okay. Help people become more of their true selves or a truer version of themselves. Yeah. Wow. Whew. We have healing. You guys are extremely healing. And it's because you're standing in your truth. And I want to say that even if there's something that is not exactly positive about yourself, you're not afraid to be honest and to share your vulnerabilities. you know, to share where you've screwed up, to share where you've gone wrong, or like people can relate to you guys is what I'm getting here. And that's like what is unforgettable about you, is like, oh wow, I feel safe to kind of share my darkest secrets, or my deepest truths that I may not want to discuss with other people, which ends up being very healing for them and healing for you, because you guys, oh my goodness, like if you heal someone emotionally, that is so healing for you. It's just us, it's just water, it's just what happens. Oh, and then we have a moon in Libra, which is really interesting because I have a moon in Libra and I chose this power. Well, I didn't choose this power, I'm water sign. You could have a moon in Libra, but what I'm really getting from this is love here. We have love. We have bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. So, you know, your relationships may be where you're actually facing a lot of healing at the moment, because it's with the healing card. Guys, I'm actually channeling this. You're going through massive healing when it comes to your relationships. Massive at this stage. I wonder if you guys are going through your own wounded child healing as well, is what I'm getting. But what does Libra represent, guys? Balance. What does moon represent? Your emotions. So balance is coming within relationships when it comes to emotions. You guys are learning this right now, or this is what makes you unforgettable. Because if we take water element to its maturity, what is it? Mastering one's emotions. So this is something here, like you guys are able to bring a balance to people's emotions, especially within relationships. So that is something that makes you unforgettable. Taking really complex, like intense, difficult emotions and being able to harmonize that and normalize and relate and like bring out the beauty, because Libra is all about beauty. There is so much beauty to be explored and reflected on when it comes to one's emotions, and that's where the healing comes in. So let's keep going. Mischief. Oh. You are about to shine. Oh wow, I like this. This card in particular gives me hermit vibes, okay? Hermit in tarot is like a little kind of, is that a little wizard or an old man? And he's got a little lantern, and it represents about going within yourself. So you guys are able to go deep within yourself. Deep, you know, try to understand yourselves, learn about yourself. The hermit energy does give me a bit more of a recluse kind of energy. You know, you're happy to be in your own energy. You could be maybe a bit more on the introverted side of things, like your own space, need your own space, especially if you guys needing to process your emotions. But it is giving me kind of introverted vibes, but you don't have to be. But then we have the Mischief card. Okay. I don't get such a negative energy with that. Let's have a look at the card next to it. The Stone. Oh, I don't get a good energy with that. Guys, if you don't know what I am right now, like if you don't know my gift, I'm highly clairsentient, so I read the cards' energies, not just what they say. This energy is not giving me good energy, but this energy is giving me great energy, so it's a bit contradictory. Let's have a look at the card up here. Freedom. Oh good, I'm glad you got that there. Okay, so the Stone card is giving me this energy, pile number 3, of like feeling your emotions, and I just felt like this tickle in my throat. Oh my god. it was uncomfortable. Some of you guys need to express your emotions, especially if you're a water sign. You need to express your emotions. Because I feel here that ignoring your emotions, or like this Throne card is just like, you ain't feeling your emotions. I feel blocked here. I feel like I can't breathe. It's a very uncomfortable energy, but I'm so glad it's with the Freedom card. So if there's feelings that you need to get out, get them out. Especially if you guys are quite introverted here with the Hermit. I don't know. Keep a lot to yourself is what I'm getting. Mischief. Oh, okay. Mischief is giving me a good energy, but it's almost giving me this sense of like, okay, I need to process some emotions here. I need to feel some emotions. To be honest, it's giving me nervous energy. Nervous energy. Why are you nervous? Okay, I know why you're nervous. If you've got this Hermit energy, which is like, okay, we're gonna light our insides on fire. We're gonna shine a light on what's really going on deep, deep, deep within us. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna find? And if I find stuff that I don't really feel comfortable with, I'm gonna have to deal with that. And then I don't want to deal with that. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm getting like, some of you guys don't want to go so deep. And then some of you guys are like, oh, I'm interested. I'm curious. I want to, but I'm like hesitant. I'm getting this like hesitant energy of going really deep within yourself. You're capable of it. You are. But what you may find may be a bit confronting. And that's what I'm getting with the Mischief and the Stone. So if you do shine a light on some deep, dark stuff that you find within yourself, you're going to have to feel it, and you're going to have to deal with it, and you're going to have to bring it to light. And if you do, I know that it could be scary at first, could be uncomfortable, but it's going to free you. It's going to be very liberating is what I'm getting. It's going to be like, oh my goodness, wow, I'm just like, there's like a burden off my shoulders is what I'm getting. So what makes you unforgettable, if we're going to just kind of take it back to what I'm talking about with these energies here, is like, you're able to tackle difficult emotions or energies or things that you find within yourself. Which then, you know, makes you guys a lot more tolerant when it comes to other people's stuff, or, you know, a lot more understanding. Slow down and celebrate yourself, 29. And I feel like we had another 29. Oh no, we didn't. Maybe not. So, Fee, slow down and celebrate yourself. I feel like this is something that you will be doing in the future, okay? I don't know. I looked at her and I was like, that's your future self? Wow. You guys may like indulging, and I think you guys should indulge a little bit more. Interesting. Let me have a look at this card. Romance. Oh my goodness. You guys are definitely good at romance. Like, that makes you unforgettable. I was looking at her. I'm like, she's very sensual. She's very good at like pleasure, you know. That's what I got with that card. So make sure you give yourself the pleasure that you give to other people, pile number 3, because I definitely feel like you guys are like experts when it comes to romance, making people feel loved, because we've got love, we've got Libra, we've got romance. Like, how romantic can you get? That's what makes you unforgettable. You're sweet, but you're also very sour at the same time. Sour in the sense that people will not be able to understand how deep your emotions are. That's just water signs. Okay, if you're not with a water sign, if you're not a water sign with a water sign, you will never ever understand the depths of our emotions and our feelings. Okay, full stop. All right, so don't even try. If you're an air, a earth, or a fire, and you've clicked on this, you could have some like water in your chart. But yeah, water sun signs are highly, highly misunderstood when it comes to their emotions and how deeply they feel. Okay, and I'm saying this, so it must be some sort of something about you and like me, because I'm a water sign, what makes us unforgettable. Let's get your tarot. Let's get your tarot, my darlings. Let's see. What makes you unforgettable? Five of Swords. Don't worry about that. Of course, you're going to get upheaval, conflict, loss. Then you have the Eight of Wands. Wow. Good news, travel. I feel like giving you one more of these. Let's have a look at the let's see what she's aiming her bow and arrow at. Which card? The Five of Pentacles. You got two fives. Fives is such unstable energy. You help people that are unstable. You're very good at that. Look at that. Upheaval, conflict. Then we've got struggle, hardship, loss. We've got loss twice. Lost twice. I will say, you know, water signs, that, you know, when we lose something, it takes us a long time to get over it. Like, fuck. I'm sorry for swearing, but that's like the worst trait of having a water as your sun sign. Oh, it's terrible. We take forever to get over losses. It's just because like our emotions are so deeply connected to the thing that we've attained or the thing that we've, you know, connected ourselves with. But that's also an amazing strength, by the way. Okay, an amazing strength. So, why did I just get you one of those? Because I was chatting. Into Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. So, your tarot is a very interesting. Just the layout and the different energies. Very interesting. Five of Swords, conflict within your mind. Then we've got the Eight of Wands, which is a very quick energy. It's an energy that is a very, you know, she has her aim. She knows what she wants, and now she's going to fire her wand with her intention. And she's going to hit that target. And then she's facing her arrow to the Five of Pentacles, which is struggle, leadership, loss, and struggle. So I get a sense with this Eight of Wands, guys, that there's something here about like working things through, trying to solve things. Like I get a very productive energy with this Eight of Wands. It's like, let's work it through, let's conquer it, let's be successful, let's hit the target, let's basically win. Let's win. And, you know, she's pointing at the Five of Pentacles, which is all about lack, which is all about hardship, loss, struggle, feeling out in the cold. I just feel here that this is something about helping people, understanding what it's like to feel in a state of struggle, hardship, and loss. Okay, you guys can empathize to the max here. And it's interesting, we have the Lovers right next to it. And if I'm going to talk about my number sequences, which I haven't in my reading so far, which is like numbers that go up. So we've got a 5 and then we've got a 6. Lovers, okay? We've got love here. We've got romance. I mean, of course, you guys have had your fair shares of being left out in the cold when it comes to love. Yeah, because we're so giving. We're so loving. We're so selfless, you know? All we want to do is give love and receive love. And we give a lot of love. So when we give a lot of love, we're actually being quite vulnerable. And when we're vulnerable, we get hurt. So water signs are more likely to get hurt. So You guys have been hurt when it comes to love. That's what it means here. But it just makes you, like, I feel here you're not going to get defeated with that 8 of Wands. Is it like, once you're hurt in love, you're going to be hurt forever? Some people get like that, but you guys, no. You've got the 10 of Pentacles right next to it, which is like ultimate success. Happy, like, I know it's not the 10 of Cups, but it's just giving me like you are stable, successful. You have the house, you have the dog, you have the career, you have everything. Ultimate success, ultimate happy family. Ultimate power as well. It's almost like, okay, yeah, if I was hurt in love, I don't get destroyed by it. I just get more powerful, more mature, more responsible, more... I just get this sense of like you guys have more understanding of who you are and what you want, and you guys just become more emotionally intelligent, which is good, you know, especially if you've got this card here, which is slow down and celebrate yourself. Being less selfless and being more selfish, to be honest. Yeah, I get really emotional when I look at that card. So I feel like you've been in this position, or you help other people that have been in this position. All right, I'm going to move on because I'm getting too emotional. I do kind of feel like any person that comes into your life, okay, that gets a little bit of your love, your romance, a bit of your heart, they will forever remember you. That's what I'm getting. And we have female. This could be you, or it could be a female that you have a strong connection to, which is I'm getting here. I don't know why that's coming from. Yeah, fame and fortune. Fame and fortune is yours, guys. Ultimate success. And I'm not surprised because you have the 10 of Pentacles here. You're here to leave a legacy. You're here to build something big. I forgot to say that. 10 of Pentacles, like legacy, big success. And then you got fame and fortune, like, whew, huge. What else? Oh, we have travel, adventure, holiday, and trip. Okay, you could be traveling soon, or you could like traveling. I also get with that card is like new experiences. So if you don't know, these cards are just like general messages I feel for you guys, not really what we're talking about before. Yours are more general, like things that are coming in. Bomb proof. Oh my god, I definitely feel like that's connected to the lovers card. Like, guys, unbreakable ties. It's almost giving me like you will be devoted to one person for life. I don't know, I feel like that could be coming in for you. Oh, I'm getting chills. But guys, you like connections that last, right? And that's what makes you unforgettable. You know, you don't want fleeting connections. You want, you know, to really completely have a spiritual, emotional connection with someone that is deep. We have love. Oh, guys. Oh my god. Can we get love like 3 times? I am so not surprised. You are so loving. You have so much love to give, okay? Your love is unbreakable. Your love will lead you to this 10 of Pentacles, this success. I think people are quite amazed by the amount of love you can give, especially because you have been heartbroken many times. You have been deceived in love. You have been like walked all over. I just get that vibe. But what I love about you guys is that you still are able to give love. That's what's like, my god, like that is what's remarkable about you. So pile number 3, that was your beautiful reading. Lots of love. if something resonated in your reading, make sure to comment. I love your feedback. If you guys liked my energy or liked the style of my reading and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to do so that I can see you in another one of my readings. Okay, let's get into the final pile, my earth elements, my Tauruses, my Capricorns, and my Virgos. All right, I'm so excited to finish on this reading. I have so much excitement for the last pile. I don't know why I have a soft spot for earth signs, maybe because I have a lot of earth people around me, maybe that's why. But we are having a look at what makes you unforgettable. I am basing this on your sun sign in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I mean, you don't have to choose that. You could just be drawn to the candle. You know, trust your intuition, guys, but I will be referring to earth signs. So we have stability in your card. Stability. You guys are a rock for people. You're stable. You're just like, you're reassuring. You're predictable. You know, you're grounding. Like, that's what I feel with earth. Grounding. You help people connect to the physical, you know, the physical realm here, Mother Nature. Yeah. I also kind of feel with this card as like, I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm getting this energy of like, you help people manifest things. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's coming through. Just channeling this. If people want to create something in their life or they want to manifest something, you guys are great at helping, you know, support, making that happen. You know, definitely feel like with Earth, they are hard workers and able to get shit done. You know, they may not be super fast and quick, but they get things done over time. You know, I always feel like I'm getting a lot of hard workers, and that's what makes you unforgettable. You're a hard worker. There's nothing that you cannot achieve. Plan number 3. You may be a little bit slow to start off, but once you're going, like, you're just like, I don't care how long this is gonna take me. I'm dedicating myself. I'm gonna work hard. I'm going to be consistent, and ultimately that's going to pay off for me, and it usually does, and that's what makes you unforgettable. It's like any other star sign, element, the most reliable one I feel is you know, I'm not like overall, right? Overall, I know we all have different kind of like elements in our chart, and that like affects us, but typically speaking, earth elements, look at that, be decisive. Like, it's just turned over. I'm also getting a very headstrong energy coming through. Very headstrong. It's like, oh, I really want to get this done. I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. Like, I'm just channeling that. I'm just channeling that right now. Some of you guys may really want to get something done or complete something, as I'm kind of like in your reading right now. It's like an urgency as well, which is interesting. You guys are also very good at problem solving, similar to air signs. Like, if there's something here that you want done, you'll find a way. You will find a way. It's really interesting because it kind of, what my opinion is when it comes to earth elements and like being around earth people, is you guys have such a chilled demeanor. Like, you guys could be feeling really stressed, but like the way that you appear to other people is like so chill. It's like, people would not even suspect you to be like freaking out inside or stressed, you know, to the max. I don't know if that's just an earth thing, but you guys are very good at like keeping calm, collected, cool. You know, you don't want to get too off the rails, you know, that's like earth. There's also something very warm and funny about you guys as well. Something very humorous, you know. It's a humor that is kind of like dry and charming. I feel like that with the earth. You know, you guys are actually very funny. I think earth people are underestimated for their humor. But yeah, you make shit happen for people and you're very good at like providing. Oh my goodness, talk about providing. I mean, you may not want to provide for other people, but you're just very you're good at, I think you're very resourceful. That's what I'm trying to say. Resourceful? That's coming through. Where are the other cards? Let's have a look. What else am I feeling? What makes you unforgettable? This is interesting because I wouldn't suspect this, but you know, we're all different. I'm getting this sense of like wanting to stretch and learn things and like test yourself physically. You know, some of you guys could be into this. I'm just channeling this before we get into your cards, but I'm getting like you guys could be into bodybuilding, or you could be into like fasting or something where you're like testing your body or testing your mental strength. Like, I don't know, that's just coming through. Like, some of you guys may like to be hikers, like you like to get out there and climb mountains as well. Like, I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting some like, you guys can do extreme things. Yeah, and I wouldn't, like, you make, I don't know what it is, but like, you guys can test yourself and withstand extreme conditions, which is interesting. This makes you unforgettable. I'm just channeling this, guys. If you click on this video. Interesting. So let's get into the cards, pun before. So the first card that's turned over, we actually have a pick me card, a card that wants to be seen first. And it's a very to the point. What makes you unforgettable is you're very decisive, or you will grow into this. Okay, if you guys feel like you're very undecisive, you just don't know what to doing, you don't know what's going on, this is something that you're learning in your life, to be more decisive, to make decisions, to be okay with the decisions that you make, to follow through on your decisions. You could be very good at making decisions currently in your life right now. You're okay with it. There could be a decision that needs to be made right now. Maybe you're very good at making hard decisions, and that's what is unforgettable about you. Hard decisions. Guys, just let me take a sip of my water because I'm extremely thirsty. Oh my god, that was so loud. I'm so sorry. Yeah, some of you guys could be thirsty. Like, I definitely feel like you exert your body. I feel like you exert your body. I'm feeling like, whew, physically, like, I just did something I didn't think I could do. Take what resonates, guys. Let's have a look. We have focus. Wow. Guys, when you're focused on a task, you get it done without interruption. I just channeled that. Let's get going. Decisiveness. Oh, I know what this card is because I didn't know before, and then I looked at the reading. So this is about all the elements of the universe, you know. This is like, let's just put it as just all the secret ingredients to make a remedy or a potion that is able to kind of fix or heal someone or something in someone's life. Okay, so it's very healing. It gives me this energy of like a potion. It's very therapeutic. It also gives me the vibe that you have things within yourself to create a healing effect towards other people. Okay, we have the Messiah, serving humanity with humility. Oh, you guys could be serving other people. I feel like this card is a lot more powerful. So like, it's not about serving one person, it's about serving larger groups, a larger audience. We have attraction. Let's get more cards. We have it nourishment. Wow, nourishment. We have an earth sign. We have Virgo. So you could be a Virgo. It's fitting because it's coming within the earth element. We have raindrops. Take a chance on them. I'm getting Oyo cards and then we'll go through them. We have Master Manifestor. Manifestor, guys. Did I say that at the beginning or was that another group? Guys, all my channels go into like one channel. Can't remember them. You are a master manifestor, but I just want to have a look at your other one. Safe home. Oh, guys, you have a double number. All right. Let's have a look at the center of your reading partner before. So you have attraction. All right. And we have it nourishment. So instantly when I had a look at this card, I felt like there is a mutual attraction. People get along with you. You're easygoing. People are drawn to you with the attraction card. People want to know about you. People want you around them. Like, you're very like relatable, I find. People are drawn to you. And it's with the nourishment card. So there is something here that's very, very healing with the Messiah card. You bring, I guess, like, you bring this, I know that this is kind of different to earth element, but there's this cleansing element that I'm getting here, this cleansing energy here. It's like you clear up stuff that are like a bit sticky or muddy within people. It's interesting because it's coming with the Virgo card, guys, and I know what Virgo represents. It's like, you know what people need in order to like grow, become better, to seize their potential. It's also giving me this vibe of like, if someone comes to you malnourished, you guys know what they need. You have it. You have the little potion here. You're Virgo, like, you're very switched on. Like, you'll know exactly to the finest details of what it is that's going to help them heal, become the better version, or like nourish them. Like, you know, you may actually attract people that, you know, are struggling or sick or need healing in some way, and you know what they need. You have the missing piece with the attraction card. And a lot of earth signs are very good at that. Like, especially Virgo. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. I love Virgo because Virgos are very observant and they don't miss any sort of anything going on. So they can figure out what needs correcting. They can figure out what your issue is, how to fix it. Like, that's what I'm getting here with your vibe. That's what makes you unforgettable. Let's have a look at this card. We have two 39s, 39, 39. We've got take a chance on them, and we have safe home. I cast this circle round about, safety now beyond a doubt. So I love this because we have this girl here and she's holding her rain umbrella, keeping this person dry. And it's interesting, you know, I just feel so safe with these two cards. Safety, like safe protection. Like I am gonna live a very, very long life with you guys. That's the vibe I'm getting. You're also very good at, like, your energy is very, very specific, guys. It's also giving me, okay, I'm just gonna be straight with you guys. I'm getting a massive channel. You guys are great parents. Oh my goodness. You would be great mothers, great fathers, just great role models, great, like, you don't even have to be a mother or father. You could just be a great aunt or uncle, or like, there's just something here where it's like people in need you to look after them, in the sense of, like, as an example, it's like, okay, this is what you do, let me help you, or point you in the right direction, or give you some suggestions or something. Like, you're very, 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 very healing. People feel safe with you, you know. You're a very good provider with the home card. It's like, when people come into your space, they know they're going to be looked after by you. And I do kind of feel like you don't just let anyone into your home. You don't just let anyone into your space. You don't you're not completely, fully open in that respect. You may be a little bit more selective. You know, you have to trust them. You have to feel like there's some sort of attraction here with the attraction card. But people know that you are in it for the long term. You're a real deal. You are just, people want to be better people when they're around you. Pile number 3. And why did I say pile number 3? I meant pile number 4, sorry. That is what makes you unforgettable, okay? And it's interesting because I said pile number 3, and pile number 3 was water. So if you guys are with a water person, you know, a water sign, or if you have people that have their sun in a water element, they feel like they want to be a better person when they're around you. It's like, when people are with you, they level up 5, 10, 15 times more than they currently are. That's what happens when they're around you. I feel like you guys have a level of competence or an achievement already. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting that. Like, so you're a master here. Have you manifested things in your life already? Do you help people manifest things that they want? Very interesting. Pile number 4. Let's get your tarot. What else is unforgettable about you? Of course, Spirit just went straight to finances. You're good with your money. You're good at making money. You're good at having whatever you want when it comes to the material world. That's Earth, right? Queen of Pentacles, another freaking Earth sign. What did I just say? Loyal, charming, and wise, and loving. Queen of Pentacles. I actually don't know what Earth sign that is. We have the Moon. Dreams, intuition, and shadow. Oh, I know what that's about. Let's get one more card. And I'll get the other tarot. We have the 10 of Swords. Yeah. Endings, final closure. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think... Oh, and then we got the World, which is great. I love how you go from the 10 of Swords to the World. All right, I'm just channeling this. Pile number 4, I think with the 10 of Swords, there could have been some... This 10 of Swords give me a vibe of the Death card, as well as the 10 of Swords, which is like basically... It is similar in some respects. Endings, you know? Endings are hard for you. I do feel like that. Endings are hard. But it's maybe some lessons that you had to go through and learn. You may have had some painful endings in your life. But what happens after a painful ending? You have the World, which is like new beginnings. It's also about new chapters. Like, I feel like cycles here really affect you. But they bring out a lot of power within you. A lot of wisdom, a lot of maturity, a lot of like growth. I'm getting chills within my whole body. The World also could be about travel. I am getting travel within your group. You could travel, may want to travel. You may move overseas. That's coming through. Then we have the Moon straight in the middle here. Okay. I was like, this Moon energy ain't your energy. I mean, we all have our shadow aspects. We all have elements of the tarot cards, right? But I'm just feeling like this isn't your energy. And I'm figuring out, and I know what it is now. We have it with the nourishment and the attraction. So you guys attract this energy. And what's the Moon? Everything that's hidden, right? Things that are hidden. And you help expose that. But you help expose what's hidden and maybe quite vulnerable, maybe a little bit more uncomfortable for other people. You know, they may not want to face it. But you help bring this forth and heal it in a way that is so contained and safe and like, how do I say it? It's not messy, if you get what I mean. Like, I don't even know what the opposite of messy is. Like the energy I'm feeling is it's coming through in its natural order. It's naturally processing it. Like, you guys are great at helping people process things. Oh, getting chills. Process tough emotions. Yeah. Maybe you help people be a little bit more realistic with what's going on with their emotions. Revealing things that come to the surface that no longer serves them with the Ten of Swords. I also feel like the Ten of Swords is like, okay, I've surfaced some stuff with the Moon. I've faced some stuff here. It does say intuition and shadow. And I moved on with that, with the Ten of Swords. It's final, it's ended. I've decided. Like, there's something here about closure. Like, you really, guys are so good at closure. Like, guys, I can't even put this into words. You guys are my witches, like my alchemists, my healers. It's amazing, guys. Like, you guys could be into different sorts of spiritual healings, spiritual healing modalities, you know, like Reiki, or what else is there? Lots of different energy modalities. You're very good at that, I feel. So let's get your intuitive messages. What messages want to come through? This could just be what we'll be talking about, or general. Let's see what wants to come through. Oh, all right. We have do something creative. You have a talent. Oh my God, you're so talented and interest. This is designed to keep at your craft. So you have a talent, guys. There's a craft. I think this is just something about keeping at your talent, keeping at your craft once you discovered it, or if you already know what that is. We have marriage. You guys could be getting married, or you're the ideal partner to be in a marriage with. That's what makes you unforgettable. You're the real deal. You're definitely very committed when it comes to your love life or anything that you decide to devote your time and effort into. We have start a business, guys. You could be developing a business. You know, your business Could be working from home. We have the World here, so there could be something here about traveling with your business. You could be manifesting a business. Wow, I want to get one more. Oh, we also have someone needs to leave your life. Guys, I just instantly feel like if something doesn't work for you, you're wise enough to let it go. If something doesn't work for you, if something doesn't benefit you, you have the strength and the wisdom and the understanding and the self-awareness to let it go. Especially with the Ten of Swords. I don't think this was easy in the past for you to let go of endings, to face endings, to let go of things. But I think as you grow older and in time, it's actually a strength and skill that you develop, and it actually is something that you're very good at. You know, sometimes it's giving me this vibe of like the things that we have that are once our weaknesses or our struggles, and once we work through it and we master it, we end up actually realizing that's our greatest strength. So you guys are my masters. That is what's unforgettable about you. Masters, like. So pile number 4, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope something resonated. If something did, feel free to leave a comment. I love your feedback. If you guys like my energy or my style of reading, make sure to leave. I was going to say leave a comment. I said that before. I'm so tired. Make sure to subscribe. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that so you guys can see my next video that I post.